Hi students, welcome back to another edition of DuckFlix. Today we are going to be continuing a Splinter of Winter Fraction Wonderland, lesson 7.1, Finding Parts of a Group. Let's take a minute to review the unit scale. Now remember, this is the entire unit for multiplying fractions, which is what we're going to be doing in unit 7. Go ahead and take a minute to pause the video and review what you're expected to know at a level 3 by the end of the entire unit. Now let's take a look at the lesson scale. Remember, by the end of this unit, we would like you to be able, or the end of this lesson, we would like you to be able to use previous understanding of multiplication in order to multiply a fraction by a whole number. And we're going to want you to be able to do that at a level 3, which means you can find a fractional part of a group and be able to use either a model or an array. I'm going to show you how to do both of those things. In continuing with our standards for mathematical practices, we're going to be making sense of problems and persevering. We're going to be reasoning. We're going to also be using appropriate tools or strategies, attending to precision, and modeling with math. I've also put some review vocabulary in here. If you need to pause the video and take a minute to review the vocabulary so you are familiar with some of the terms that we're going to be using in this unit, please go ahead and do so now. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our first question, and we're going to find a part of a group with a model. So first I'm going to show you the model, then I'm going to show you how to do this with an array. So Miss Walker is trying on wedding dresses. She has chosen 20 dresses at the shop to try on. That is a lot of dresses. Once she has tried them on, she realizes that 3/5 of the dresses are too big. How many dresses are not the correct size? Okay, so what this is asking is for us to find 3 parts of 5 groups of the 20 dresses total. So I have these 20 dresses, and I want to know what 3 groupings of the 5 groupings total of these 20 dresses are not the correct size. So the way that I'm going to do this is I first want to find, or I want to go ahead and arrange 5 groups. Okay, so I know I have 5 groups and I have 20 total. So I'm going to ask myself, 5 times what number gets us to 20? And the answer is 4. So we're going to have 4 dresses. I'm sorry these don't look like dresses, but I'll just make them little circles or counters. And we're going to pretend that these are dresses in each one of these 5 groupings. So we know that we have 5 groups total. We know that we have 3 of those groupings out of the 5 that are too big. So we have 1, 2, 3 groupings that are going to be too big on Miss Walker when she tries on these dresses. So if I count up the number of dresses that are in each one of those groupings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, what I'm going to find is that I have 12 dresses that are not going to be the correct size. So we can say that 3/5 of the 20 dresses is equal to 12 dresses. Now I want you to also understand, because this is going to help you later, that 3/5 times 20 is the same thing as saying 3/5 of 20 dresses, because this word of is telling you to multiply. Okay, now let's go on and let's use or do the same skill of finding part of a group, but this time we're going to use an array. Okay, I know we've talked a little bit about arrays this year. You can also think all the way back to 3rd grade when you first started learning about these. So Miss Walker this time is still trying on the dresses, and she's chosen 20 dresses, so nothing's changed, same problem. And once she's tried them on, she realized 3/5 of them are too big, and they're going to need a lot of alterations. So we want to know how many dresses are not, keyword not, the correct size. So the way that we're going to set this one up is we know that we have 3/5 of the 20 dresses. Okay, so in order to set up our array, we know that we're going to have 5 total groups, and we want a total of 20 parts in those group, or 20 pieces of those group. So we have to think to ourselves, once again, 5 times what number in each one of these groupings is going to get us to 20? And the answer to that is 4. So we know we're going to have 4 dresses in each of 5 total groups. Okay, so there's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. And then we're going to, these X's represent a dress in each one of those groups. And then we know that we want 3 out of the 5 groups. And if we count the number of dresses up in those 3 groupings, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So once again, by using the array, we get the same exact answer. We know that we have 12 dresses that are going to be too big, which means that Miss Walker only has 8 left over to try on. Okay, now I want you to go ahead and read this problem, pause the video, and record your answer in your notebook. We'll come back and check in a second. Okay, welcome back. So we've been working on this problem where Isadora has stamps from all around the world. Specifically, we're looking at her Australian stamps this time. And we know that she has 12 of them. And 2/3 have koala bears on the stamp. And we want to know how many stamps have koala bears on them in total. So you could have done one of 2 things. The first thing that we could have done is we could have said that we're going to have 3 groups with 4 stamps in each one of the groupings. And the way that we knew that was because 3 times what number is going to get us to 12? The answer is 4. And we know that we want 2 of those 3 groups. So that would make 8 stamps, the number of stamps that she would have that have koala bears on them. 8 stamps with koalas. Okay, quickly I'm going to also show you the array. So we could have had 3 groups, 1, 2, 3 groups. We could have had 4 dresses in each one of the groups. And once again, if we took only 2 of those 3 groupings, we would have once again had 8 stamps with koalas. All right, now I want you to evaluate your understanding of this lesson. Please record your ending scale in your notebook, and we will see you in class tomorrow.